Discovery.
I'm joined by Mike.
Hello.
Claire.
Hey.
And Pete.
Hello.
This is our sister show to Cut to the Ball in the Post of the Apocalypse, where we bring you the weekly world of the weird as we found on the World Wide Web this week.
You've been practicing that, haven't you?
I haven't at all. It's all off the cuff, man. I'm a fucking professional.
He literally sits at home for an hour before he comes here. He finishes work.
I
goes
come straight from
home.
work.
Oh, he sits on the bus,
Yeah.
literally saying it over and over and over.
Well, actually, what I do is I start a little podcast with the people on the bus. I call one Mike, one Claire, one Pete. And you were terrible this week, Pete.
Oh,
You were terrible tonight.
that's no surprise.
You're awful. You know, your guy was not looking up for it at all.
No.
Anyway, there's been an eclipse this week. It was yesterday, wasn't it? The 8th of April. We're recording this on the 10th, so a couple of days ago.
Yeah, the memes are rife, aren't they?
Actually, they're quite common, but
I haven't really seen any.
they're not very common over land, because obviously most of Earth is water.
It's about one every 18 months, an eclipse, roughly, but we know, well, it happens, but obviously it's when they're a biggie over land.
Yeah.
They think of more
like
attention.
in America.
So, conspiracy theorists believe upcoming solar eclipse will start a massive human sacrifice event.
God.
The Americans, I tell you what, some, not all of the Americans, obviously American listeners, we love you. Tell a friend. Some of these Americans, my God, they've regressed to the Middle Ages with their religious beliefs. I mean, it's like, it's the end of the world, there's an eclipse, it's the end of the world, it's the rapture's happening. It's like, it's just a fucking eclipse, dude.
Do you reckon they're all feeling a bit silly now?
I wish there was a fucking rapture. Just get rid of all the cunts. Imagine how nice the world would be with no religion.
Oh yeah.
Well, no Christians.
Well, I'm going to get.
You still have the other religions, wouldn't you?
I'm going to guess that it's all fucking tied into the same.
You've got to believe to go floating off.
That's it, and yeah, you got to believe in someone to go floating off. and the thing is, the rapture's not even in the Bible anyway. It's a made-up stories from the Left Behind books, which are turned into films. I don't know, Nicolas Cage is in one of them movies.
Was it really in the 80s or something like that?
Late 80s, early 90s.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
It's not even in the Bible, but now it's become accepted belief that this is going to happen. This is how we're all going to float. Well, the believers will float off.
Do you think they were just having like a lull of people in church, and you know they were like, oh, we need a little bit more something to so
We
people
need to sex it up.
sex it up a bit, and they go the rapture.
A little bit, yes. Also, evangelicism requires strange beliefs. It's extremism, evangelicism, effectively, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it requires extreme beliefs.
Basically the Taliban.
Yeah, you're
Christian Taliban.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Mike. Yeah, it is. It's the Christian Taliban, basically. My ex, who was Polish, used to refer to the ruling party in Poland, who were a hard right Catholic government, as the Polish Taliban.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a dangerous way of thinking. So, just when you think you've heard it all, conspiracy theorists find new things to be concerned about, and this time it's the upcoming total solar eclipse. 8th of April, the moon will pass between the sun and the earth, completely obstructing our view of it and casting a dark shadow on our planet. Now, during any one eclipse, totality only occurs in a narrow track on the surface of the earth, and this is known as the path of totality.
Oh,
Metal!
that's a metal band, isn't it?
It is path of totality. Fucking too right. While total solar eclipses happen every 18 months or so, they typically reoccur at any given place only once every 360 to 410 years until next week. And it's left conspiracy theories until this week, and it's left conspiracy theorists believing the upcoming event will cause a massive human sacrifice. One user on Reddit's conspiracy thread explained that if you overlay the path of totality of the solar eclipse from 2017 to that due this week, the two paths form an X near the New Madrid fault line in America near the city of St. Louis. If something would trigger that fault line, something man-made they can make look completely natural, it would mean a serious loss of life disaster for the US. An earthquake on the New Madrid fault line could be up to 20 times larger than an earthquake with a SoCal epicenter, South California, which is a San Andreas fault, which everyone's waiting to go, and will be fucking disastrous.
Oh, it's overdue, isn't it?
You've seen the film San Andreas, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Terrible film.
A terrible film. The Rock's great though.
Well, even he could say that though.
He couldn't. No, he was awful. But even so, they're saying that basically this is going to be a false flag.
There's going to be a man-made earthquake.
Man-made, I think, but possibly with a detonation of nuclear weapons underground, under the fault line, using the eclipse as a cover to cause a huge loss of life.
Luckily, this didn't happen.
No, everything went off without a hitch. Although, interestingly, Google searches for "why do my eyes hurt" went up like 400% or something daft. Because people are like, oh yeah, I'll just look at the eclipse. Despite, that's the culture we are now, when learned people say, don't look at the eclipse, the eye protection. I'm like, fuck you. I'll do what you tell me.
Trump didn't.
Trump didn't, and then he looked away pretty sharply, so he went, fuck my eyes. Didn't he? Let's face it. Soon put his head down. Oh, it's crazy. That's not wild enough. They also delved into theories about the Ring of Fire eclipse, an eclipse that happens when the moon passes between the sun and the earth whilst at its farthest point from earth. Because the moon is further away, it appears smaller than the sun and doesn't completely cover it, creating a ring of fire effect in the sky.
That's ace.
I had a ring of fire the other night.
You know what? I was waiting for a diarrhea joke, and I'm glad you didn't disappoint me. Well, obviously this is utter bollocks because it didn't happen.
Of course.
But still, never let that get in the way of a good conspiracy theory.
Tell you what the biggest conspiracy theory is why we have eclipses in the first place.
Oh, go on.
Well, I mean, what a fucking coincidence that the moon happens to be the right size, with the right distance away.
It's the dance of the planets, Mike.
Cause a total eclipse.
Ooh, yeah.
Now, if you were coming down to a primitive planet, you're an alien race, yeah? Park a big moon-shaped UFO.
A Death Star.
Yeah.
That's no moon.
At the right place it's going to become an eclipse, yeah? Go down to the primitive people and say, unless you do what I do, unless you do what I say, I'm going to block out the sun. And they'll be like, nah, you can't do that. And then all of a sudden, they know when it's going to come.
The Death Star hovers in.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a conspiracy theory as such. It's more of a I could do this if I was sufficiently advanced story, isn't it?
Because the chances of it being that, the moon being that far away and that size, it's almost unbelievable.
Dance of the planets, my friend. You're a science officer. You should know. You know.
Yeah.
And plus, our moon is far too big.
Our moon's too big.
Yeah, for our planet.
Well, who's to say it's a moon at all?
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Is it a moon or is it an alien?
Well, it was ringing not so long back, wasn't it? It was
Rings
chiming.
like a bell, doesn't
Rings
it?
like a bell. Yeah, could be hollow. Could be full of lizards.
Yeah.
It's not full of lizards.
You don't know that. You haven't been there.
But yeah, I've never really thought about that. You know, the moon being that far away and covering the sun. You know,
Yeah.
it's the perfect distance. Well, except when it does this and does the ring of fire, then it's a.
Yeah, I want about a total eclipse. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
You know, I'm more concerned about a total eclipse of the heart.
It's what makes planet Earth amazing, isn't it?
Bonnie
You know?
Tyler.
I know who sang it.
Well, you know, I love this. I love the dance of the planets. I love being able to see this shit. I'm gutted we couldn't see it in the UK.
I saw it when it came over,
It was-
2000,
7 years ago, wasn't it? Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
2000? We had the full eclipse when, we were in when I was in Wales.
Yeah, we wanted to have them little cardboard glasses on.
Yeah. I remember that. And I remember the one about 7 years ago here as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't a total eclipse,
No, it wasn't,
it was a near total eclipse, wasn't it?
Yeah. Still, I love it. It reminds me of my place in the cosmos. I'm just a brain with a fucking with a body, and this is all happening. I'm a speck of dust. I'm a star.
We're all stardust, baby.
Every man and woman is a star, Mike.
Moving on.
Very what's the word?
Philosophical.
Philosophical, that's the one.
Claire.
Right. Ravers taking snake venom to get high as cops raid party and find 9 snakes.
Claire, you've been to a few raves recently. Have you found any snakes?
Is this in India?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
In that case, you haven't.
recently,
No.
Ben, no.
You haven't been to any raves in
No, but
India.
you can start introducing it.
Yeah, you could.
Sell it at raves. Fucking snake venom.
Listen to this. Partygoers in India are taking snake venom for a new high which can last days in some cases, as social media influencer is arrested for allegedly supplying the party with cobras. Never.
Bit metal, that, innit?
It is.
Yeah.
I like that. She's like, hey, you hear of this snake venom? Can you get some cobras? I got a guy.
Right, so partygoers in India are believed to have turned snake venom to get their kicks, with the high lasting for several days. Police have started to crack down on the venom intake, which users held under the Wildlife Protection Act. One user, social media influencer Elvish Yadav, was arrested at a party in Noida, where 9 cobras and plastic bottle with 20 mils of snake venom was discovered. I thought snake venom, if you inject it or whatever, doesn't it solidify your blood and make it go into sort of like, you know, coagulate it?
Depends on what type of snake and what venom.
Let's not brush over the fact that someone has to extract this venom from the cobra.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, you got to get it by the head and press its teeth down on the fucking bottle or something.
Yeah.
'Cause it just dribbles out 20 mils. That's actually a fair bit when you think about him. I mean, I don't know how much a cobra produces. He's got 9 of them, so I assume he's milking their venom.
Yep.
Well, it's saying snake charmers coax the animals into a trance to the point that the venom is extracted.
I didn't think that was a fucking... I just thought that was in Aladdin.
No, it is a thing.
Is it a thing, snake charming, where you play a flute or whatever?
Nothing to do with the music.
No.
It's to do with the movements. That's why you see them, they always like wave around like that.
Yeah.
Like
Pete's doing
they
his best impression
sway
of snake.
left to right and that. And yeah, it's all to do with the movement of the person.
So users allegedly enter a sedative state on consumption, I would think so, with muscle weakness and paralysis.
I'm going to guess...
That's
You'd
not
be
good
sort
for
of dancing.
raving.
You'd be sort of paralysed down one side.
It doesn't sound good for raving, does it?
I'm going to guess you're probably going to shit yourself. It's a muscle relaxant. You're probably going to shit yourself at some point.
It's going to be one stinky rave.
I mean, they treat the snakes terribly. That's not a good thing.
Yeah.
It's not a shortage of them, though, is there?
They're
Fucking
often,
loads of snakes.
The snakes are often starved and have their teeth yanked out to make it safer for the handler to deal with them. I wonder why they're taking it then, because it's not actually said, you know, they
Oh, so they're yanking the teeth out.
No, I'm talking about how they take it as a drug. You can't just...
Oh.
I wouldn't inject it, you know, it's just stupid.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
taking it is probably a bit stupid.
Maybe
They
he's
do it
swallowing
on a
it.
crack pipe.
Smoking
Swallow
it,
it, maybe.
swallowing it. I don't know.
Terrible.
Drip it in their eyes or something.
Hey, there's snake venom Paul. Pop it in his eyeball.
It's fucking... It is metal, though. Fuck these pussy drugs.
Give me some snake
I
venom.
want some snake venom.
You got any snake venom? You see, you turn up with like a load of adders in a trench coat.
Yeah.
Load of defanged adders in a trench coat and pockets.
Back
You
to
got
Friday.
some adders, got a cobra.
The release of the new Cobra Kai series might well have some new followers that they weren't thinking.
I bet that's really popular in India, isn't it? Cobra Kai.
Back in my day, it was just a snake bite. Fucking hell.
Lager and cider.
Mixed together, yeah.
Oh, you know they won't do that anymore.
No, can't get that in pubs.
No, they
Wouldn't
won't. No. You have to order
A half and a half.
half and half, and one other half's in a pint glass. And you tip it in yourself because then they're absolving themselves of responsibility for
Yeah.
you getting fucked up.
Huh.
I mean, do you remember when Smudge was on Snake Bites? Our friend Smudge, many years ago, was on Snake Bites all afternoon, and he just took his. I remember it vividly. He took his last swig, put his glass. He still got his glass to his lips as he brings it down, and he just vomited into the glass. And then they escorted him out. And then he burst his way back in later, started dancing on the table in his underwear.
That's Smudge for you.
Mm.
That's snake bites for you.
Yeah. So you don't fancy taking any snake venom at your next rave?
No, I think I'll give that a miss.
See, I didn't even know raves was a fucking thing in this country, so you start going to them. I don't think it's vanished, I thought they'd gone, I thought it was one of them things that was just banished to the depths of time.
No.
They kind of have, because they are a lot more underground.
Well, that's what I mean, is it was a very select clientele, it's the people who can't stop reliving
And
their
it's
youth.
still the same way, and that's exactly what it is. Because every person at that rave is around the age of 40 to 50.
There was some youth there as well.
Some.
I'd say it's 50-50 split.
I bet the
between-
DJs are just wise and wizened old men at this point, aren't they?
Some of them quite old.
Yeah,
most-
they're
Wow.
70
the
years
MCs
old.
and that,
They
yeah,
have to
they
have
are.
massive earphones because they can't hear anymore.
Yeah, but there's events these days, you know, instead of raves being on every week and that, they're sold, you know, like concerts. That's what they're like.
£3 a ticket.
A bit more than that, mate.
Oh, £5 a ticket.
On the
Well,
rest.
Either way, no snake venom. Oh, not a monkey gang.
Now another one.
Monkey crime gang now wield slingshots as cops admit they're too good for
The
them.
cops have got guns. How are the monkeys with slingshots too good for them? What are these people doing?
You give them the slingshots.
Well, that's
So many
a,
questions.
It's a misleading headline. It isn't the monkeys that wield these slingshots.
No, okay.
oh, thank fuck for that, because the police have got guns. How are they being outdone by monkeys? It's not Planet of the fucking Apes yet.
It's the police that have got the slingshot.
Why? They've got firearms.
You can't kill them.
They could trank them.
That's what they're doing. Monkey gangs are menacing the population so badly, police are now arming themselves with slingshots as the crazed animals are capable of dodging the tranquilizer darts usually used.
Well, I'm going to say that if you're getting, oh, they're dodging it, you're just a fucking bad shot. You lead the target.
Lopburi in Thailand is so notorious for its crazed monkeys, the head of police, Major General Aparak Weshan Kanchana,
Wow, that was actually well done, to be fair. I'll give you
Yeah.
credit for that.
has ordered the creation of a special unit to fend off the mammal madness. The Hind police station made room in their budget for a round of wooden slingshots as General Aparak confirms he is aware of the dangers both his officers and the public are under.
So you're going to use like slingshots? He's got a fucking pistol. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 monkeys just sat there.
Yeah, but you can't kill them.
Why not?
Where's he going to put them?
You can hang off his belt. They're not that big. If they're crazed and they're attacking people,
Well, slingshot armed offers are only to scare the monkeys off with their rock projectiles. As a group under the purview of police, Colonel Kon Tampon Wana are tasked with fending off the animals.
Tampon.
The public has seen a rise in theft and vandalism carried out by the pesky influx of monkey thugs who were smart enough to identify and evade tranquilizer guns previously carried by officers.
alright, they're not killing people, so that's okay. So we haven't got to shoot them. If they're killing people,
Yeah.
I'm down for shooting them. If not, then alright, trank them. But come on. Oh, because they're wise to tasers and police uniforms.
Yeah,
They're learning.
they are.
Damn you! Damn
Damn
you all
you.
to hell!
You dirty ape.
You blew it up! It's just gonna happen by the fucking apes.
Nathi Kutaka, Conservation Bureau Officer number 1, said we had to hide our faces and conceal the tranquilizer guns so the monkeys wouldn't see them. Officers have previously captured Crow, believed to be the monkey gang's leader.
Oh man, I love it. Do you think he's got a little bandana?
Yeah.
Eye patch.
Oh, an
he's
eye
got
patch.
like little fucking 5-star fucking general badges on his shoulders.
He's definitely got a scar running across his face in some way, hasn't he?
Missing half a fang.
Yeah.
Half one of his canines broken.
The
Like.
scar running down. And, oh, yeah. Oh, man. Monkey gang leaders.
And a really big red butt. He probably will have the biggest red butt if he's the leader.
Is it just me, or the police very kind of militarised there? I mean, that's quite a...
That's the monkey squad.
Is that just the monkey squad? Wow.
When I first read it and it said monkey crime gang now wield slingshots, I imagined the monkeys as slingshots.
So why the fuck are the monkeys with slingshots?
That is exactly what that headline reads.
It is, yeah.
Monkey crime gang now wield slingshots as cops admit they're too good for them. Well, that does say to me the monkeys are running around with slingshots.
Yeah.
They're taking all the coppers' eyes out. They're
cops
really fucking good aims like that. Cool, motherfucker!
And for some reason the cops have got guns and aren't shooting back.
Because they've had their eyes poked out by slingshotting
God.
monkeys.
Are the monkeys that good they're taking out an eye every time?
It says
I mean,
they're too good for them.
well, they must be then.
That is what you get from that headline, isn't
Yeah,
it? Definitely.
Well, surely some sort of protective goggle is in order in that scenario. Soon as a couple of coppers have lost their eyes and been eaten by monkeys, then you're
Not in the
putting.
budget.
If you can get, oh come
Good
on,
point.
you can get some plastic glasses,
Pair of Ray-Bans. That'll do.
pair of sunglasses will do. Just your box. Come on,
Mate, they're in
where's
Thailand.
this?
They're in
Thailand is the home of fake sunglasses.
Well, that's what I was on about. Get some Ray-Bans.
Yeah, get
Cost
some
you $3.
get some Robans to go with your Rolex watch. And I'm done with it. Alright, go on then, last one.
A Colchester woman almost scammed by fake Gary Barlow. Gary Barlow. A Gary Barlow fan who thought the Star said, "I love you," says she was saddened to learn that she'd been taken by a scammer after money. Well, no fucking shit, Sherlock. Sorry. No offence, love. But Gary Barlow ain't contacting you to say, "I love you."
Not judging by the fucking state of her.
There's no disrespect to her looks or anything like that, but
She's
I'm pretty
62.
I'm pretty sure he's happily married and can get
Any woman in their 40s
Yeah,
who adored him in Take That.
yeah, exactly.
He could sleep with any Take That
He
fan
ain't
he
go-
wanted.
He ain't going with a 62-year-old woman with dyed hair that, yeah, she's not that attractive. She's not unattractive.
Well, he thought she'd had her fucking roots done for the photo.
Yeah, that's... But anyway, so Janet Smith from Colchester genuinely believed that she was talking to the Take That singer for about a week, and after she added him as a friend on Facebook. The fake Gary bombarded her with compliments and messages and said he had split up. But she grew suspicious and eventually convinced the scammer to reveal their true identity.
Well, at least she fucking figured it out.
Yeah.
The fraudster said that he was a 24-year-old man from Nigeria and was sorry for lying to her and told Janet he really did love her and then asked for cash.
It's usually giveaway, innit?
So the 62-year-old pizza restaurant worker now hopes to raise awareness of online scams targeting older people.
No, it's targeting gullible people.
Well, it's so sad because he's been saying to me, "I love you." I said, "I'm 62, you're 24. Elderly people are going to be adding these celebrities," she added. "They're going to be conning these old people. I understand that they are poor and they have to get money for their family, but people might lose a lot of money over this. It's also giving celebrities a bad name." Well, it's not, is it, really?
I get that people are lonely and they speak to these people and they think they're real. But the second anyone asks you for money, you've got to... Something's...
Yeah.
Meant to be Gary Barlow.
Oh, it clearly isn't though, is it?
What's
I'm
her
a bit
name?
hard up now, love.
A bit hard. Have you ever seen the fantastic screenshots of people just sent of the, like, "I'm Michael Jackson, I'm going to come out from the dead and record new music, I need £100 Apple voucher."
What's that?
It's laughable.
What's the skinny girl's name out of Pirates of the Caribbean?
Keira Knightley.
Keira Knightley. So I've got an old friend who believed he was talking to Keira Knightley for about a month or so.
Really?
Yeah, and he
Wow.
genuinely thought he was in with her.
Wow.
I know. And it was because he had a friend that worked in a hotel in London, and it would have been around the time of maybe the second film, or the first film had just come out, and it was like around the time of the premieres, things like that. And yeah, apparently he'd said, cause the friend had mentioned that Keira Knightley was staying at their hotel, and he's tell her I love her, oh she's amazing, oh give her my number, not expecting anything, and then apparently he did, but it all turned out just to be his friend winding him up. But he
That's
genuinely
cruel.
believed it. I know, it's made me think of that, but he genuinely believed it.
That is quite cruel.
Yeah. He's now a gay man.
Presumably because he had his heart broken by his mate.
Well, obviously, I'm guessing so. It wasn't much longer after that. No. But yeah, bless him. He was gutted though.
I mean, people do get taken in by this. Not just Gary Barlow, but all sorts of shit. But you're like, come on. As soon as someone's like, "I love you, send me money," you're gonna be like, "Oh, fuck off, mate."
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually, this type of scamming's got to die out, hasn't it?
But how
Because
do
the
you-
elderly, all right. We were born in the 80s, and we're semi-internet literate compared to the youth. We know our way around it. We know how to spot a scam. But the elderly, I mean, fuck me, they were still using vinyl
Thing is,
when they were
like,
growing up. I mean, it's gonna. This sort of thing's got to die out eventually, hasn't it?
what I don't get about this though is, if she hadn't have ousted him, and he admitted that he was a 24-year-old guy from Nigeria, what was he thinking he was going to accomplish as Gary Barlow? Like, can you send me some money? Yeah, but you're a millionaire, mate. Oh, I left my wallet in the car. You know what I mean? You're not going to get... How would that scam work?
Well, the second that they have I mean, let's face it, video calling is available to all.
Yeah.
It's available on Facebook Messenger straight away. The second that she says, "Can we have a video chat?"
Yeah.
he's going to be outed.
The gig's up,
'Cause-
isn't it?
No
Gary
offence.
Barlow ain't black from
Oh.
Nigeria.
Well, this is it. A 24-year-old in Nigeria, he's not going to look like a 50-year-old white man from Stoke.
Assuming that it was a black
Then
guy from
again,
Nigeria.
AI.
Yeah. Easily.
I doubt they're that sophisticated at this point, though. I suppose actually, maybe it won't die out because we're using AI scams.
Yeah.
Well, you'll have a video chat with the AI version of Gary Barlow, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you still got a question why you need to give Gary Barlow some money.
No, you have, yeah.
That's my point. He was like, I don't know how far he thought he was going to get as
Yeah.
Gary Barlow.
I mean, think about it. It could boil down to like if the hackers, AI hackers, can get your, they could have your fucking children just do an AI to you, couldn't they? An AI bot pretending to be one of your kids, saying, "Oh, can you send me some money, mom or dad
Well, you
or
do
whatever?"
kind of get that already.
Yeah.
You get
Text
the
messages?
text message, like a text. I had one a couple of years back saying, "Hi, Dad. I've lost my phone. I'm on my friend's phone. Can you ring me on this number, please?" And I was like, Olivia, you haven't got a phone yet, have you? She was like 8 or 9. So,
No.
and we just laughed about it. So I just sent back, "Bullshit scam, fuck off." And that was it.
I get so many scam messages on Facebook on my counsellor profile, loads, and they're all the same. Have you
Asking
heard
you to
it?
join the Illuminati.
No, that was sent to my own profile.
Mm.
And the Freemasons one. So I knew it was a scam. Yeah, it's weird because it's like, have you heard about? Oh, I saw your name on this list for this community grant fund, and it's like, oh fuck off! I've had 30 people send me this message. Seriously, just fuck off.
I keep getting the parcel one. Your parcel has been
Oh yeah,
hasn't
that's
been delivered. You need to pay
Yeah,
so much money.
I get those normally at about fucking 1:15 in the morning.
Yeah.
It's like, well, fuck me. Every are very determined, aren't they? They're trying to deliver my parcel in the middle of the night.
I had a phone call that was, "Oh yeah, your parcel's been, we tried to deliver it, and we took it back to London, I'm like, what? So you didn't leave it in Tweedale? What? Well, that's the nearest post office to me. You didn't leave it there. That's the nearest sorting office. You didn't leave it there. You drove it 5 hours back to London to bring it back to me again that you expect to pay for. I said, are you crazy? I said, at least do your research. They didn't know what to do. I was just like, at least do your fucking research and give me something believable. Come on. You drove it back 5 hours.
I mean, if you told me you were a Nigerian prince...
Exactly, I might have gone for it. Yeah, I thought it might have been some kind of Coming to America sequel.
Or you were Major Tundi.
Major Tundi, of course. Major Tundi, I'd have definitely fucking given the money for. The only Nigerian astronaut went to the Russian space station. The Russians left him there, and then he was up there for like
20 years.
20 years. He's like, look, I need to raise money to get home. I'm owed 20 years. I'm owed 20 years back pay.
Yeah.
And I'll pay you back. I need money to get home. Well, it is Major Tundi.
That was a brilliant one.
You know what? As inventive this goes, it's fantastic. We must have been the only like Nigerian sci-fi fan writing that one.
You're joking? They got their own industry, mate. Nollywood.
Nollywood?
Yeah.
Wow, didn't know.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Right, well, let's end on that bombshell then. I'm definitely going to start looking into Nollywood now, just to see what's going on.
I don't think they're the quality that you'll be used to.
Well, I know that.
Not a jot on Bollywood.
No.
No, I know that, but you know, everyone loves a shitty B movie.
Yeah, well, these are fucking Z movies, I imagine.
Well, on that note, let's end the show. I've been Ben. Thanks for listening. Eclipse Conspiracies. 10 turns out they're all bollocks.
I've been Mike. Thanks for listening. Peace out. May the force be with you.
And I've been Claire. Thanks for listening. Stay away from the venom.
And I've been Pete. Don't accept any invites off Gary Barlow, because he clearly is Nigerian, man. It's not Gary Barlow.
What if it turned out that Gary Barlow was in fact a 24-year-old Nigerian man with a little mask?
On that bombshell.